Hi, everyone. Welcome from France. So, as you may know from my last video, I am taking a year to live in France, and I'm scouting around locations now. So, if you are interested in all things related to France, if you're interested in solo travel, traveling over 50, this is the spot. And today I'm going to share with you 10 tips that I think are really great for solo traveling, traveling as a woman, and also traveling over 50. So stick around if those are things that interest you. And they all are some things that I do great and some things that like I mess up on. So I'm going to tell you all the details. So, number one, my first tip is do not travel on or right before Labor Day in France. You would say, well, why is that? Here's the reason why. I didn't know that Labor Day in other countries, particularly in France, is unlike in the US. Labor Day in the France is the true sense of the word no labor. These people take work and rest very seriously. You know the phrase like the French live to work. No, the Americans live to work. The French work to live. I mean, you get the idea. Bottom line is they take leisure very seriously. It is something. So on May 1st, that is Labor Day. So what I found, I arrived on April 31st, the last day of the month, or 30th, whatever that happens to be, and like no buses run, no trains run, no banks, of course, no grocery stores, no restaurants. Basically, everything is closed. Nobody is supposed to be working. I was shocked. And I also was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to get stuff? I ended up riding a bicycle because that was the only way I could get around, and some Ubers were also driving. But the idea is people are serious about getting their rest and not working. So my pro tip is if you're going to go to France, I don't know about other European countries, but they are serious about Labor Day. Okay. Number two is that, and this is something that I do, and I feel like it's an insider pro tip. There are, now I know that this could be controversial, so hold on, but I don't book all my hotels. I book a hotel when I arrive, and then I like to keep it open. But again, I am a solo traveler, and I think it works really well for us because I want to be flexible. You never know what I might want to do, and I don't want to be locked in. What I do is I will like kind of like if I have to be certain places by certain dates, I might lock in some hotel somewhere. But the beauty of not booking everything out is that you can leave when you want to. For example, I was in Nice. I booked for 3 days, which was really too much. After 2 days, I was like, I'm done. I'll explain why Nice was not such a win for me, but um, that's my ideas about why you just want to be flexible. And the other thing too is that things online are not always as they appear. So, for example, I just moved to this other city, which I will tell you about later. But online, some of the hotels looked really crappy in pictures. And then when I got here, I was like, oh my God, that's the best part of town. That place would have been so great. So it's great to be able to be like, oh, I got something for 2 days, but I really like it here. And I want to be in this other part of town. And when you do that, you have that possibility. Now, I know there are people who are going to be like, but I want to stay at this hotel or I want to stay at that hotel. Guess what? If you want to do that, definitely book those things. And I know that often they will fill up. And I feel that way sometimes if there's like something that's really trendy or something that's really like popular, sure, by all means, you're not going to get that as a last minute thing. But if you're a person who doesn't really care that much, and I'm a person who doesn't really care, I'm all about experiences. I like a nice hotel. This is my Airbnb, which I think is quite lovely, $88 a night. But, I'm not particular about staying at a lot of places. So that would be my tip, which is like, be flexible. Number three, and this is another one of my pro tips. This is a new one I've been doing, and I really like it. So I'm all about language learning, and if you know from my last video, I was like, I love the French language. This has been an obsession that's been going on for a long time with me. And I'm now into booking rooms in Airbnb with somebody. Usually, I always book with women, but and then I get an opportunity to both speak French and also to have a place to live. So to me, it's like I get a 2 for 1. It's great. And it's kind of funny because the last place I was at, she was 80, super sweet. She rents out rooms. She was like, she loves it because she's super social. But she was all chatting with me at 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to get coffee in French, and I'm like, I don't have that many verb conjugations at 7 in the morning. I was just like, hold up lady. But that was too much immersion. But I do like the idea of being able to speak French the whole time, or if you want, whatever you're learning, Spanish, Japanese, whatever it happens to be. It's a great, I think it's a great 2-for-1. So that is my other pro tip. Number 4, I am team carry-on. Who else is team carry-on? So let me know in the comments. I think again, it's kind of a solo travel thing. Like, I want to be flexible. I want to be able to get my stuff off the turnstile. I don't want to be the last person waiting for my luggage. When I got here, for example, I went to the train station and I had my little carry-on and I took it from the train station. I rolled it to my Airbnb. I didn't need some guy to help me carry it. And again, I got to be able to do things myself. And I pack super simple. This time I really worked on doing a capsule wardrobe, which I'm happy to talk about some other time. But essentially, I kind of bring key pieces. I stay within a color palette, and then I just kind of mix and match those pieces because ultimately, nobody cares. It's like whatever. Just keep it super simple. So, and we can talk about that another time. But capsule wardrobe, that would be number 5. Number 6, this is a new one that I did this time. So I have been reading about safety for women. And again, when you're a solo traveler, you want to make sure that you operate in a safe way. And I had been in some hotels in the past. I think one I recall, I came in at midnight. There was some sketchy guy at the front desk. I really didn't feel entirely safe in the room. So this time, I have this thing, which I got on Amazon. I got great reviews. This part goes into one side of the door, then this part goes in the other. You put them together, it locks. Nobody can open the door. There's this. And it came with this thing, which is like a door stopper. So it has a battery, and if anybody pushes it, this alarm goes off. So both of these are great, and great for women traveling alone, because by the time somebody gets in, you could have your, knife or whatever it is that you use for protection. So highly recommend. That is number 6, 7, lost count. Okay. Another one that I did this time, which I really thought was great, was my compression socks. Maybe this is an over 50 tip, but you can get blood clots on a plane, so you do not want that because that can lead to a stroke. And so important that you get these. You can find these on Amazon, or wherever you buy, sporting goods store, whatever. I also have all my chargers. I've already been to the store twice. I got this one. This is great for blow dryers, all the things that I brought from the States that I can use while I'm here. This one I got from from the Apple store. I got a bunch of other ones for my phone charger. So make sure you load up on all your different chargers. And the last thing that I have on my list is a microphone. So this is going to be so I can do all my YouTube stuff. And, this kind of goes with all your tech equipment that you need. So those, I think, are just my 10 pro tips about stuff you should bring. And other than that, the most important thing is have a good time. So let me know if I missed anything, if you feel like, Lisa, you should have talked about such and such, or here's a pro tip. Let me know in the comments, and I'm looking forward to reading them. Okay, thanks. Bye.